Okay, what's up guys? Sorry for the lack of posts lately. We got a new kitten and that has been taking up all of my time. So, vet appointments and getting him a little pen to stay in, and the other cats are not taking too much liking for him. But the good news is, in the downtime, I've got a lot of figures to be reviewed. So we're going to check out one of those figures that I got in, which is the new Age of Primes Prima Prime. Here he is in his little space truck mode. There he is in the front. There he is on the other side. And another reviewer pointed out how this silver streak goes along. That's pretty cool. I like that. But alright, so here he is from the top. We've got the 5mm ports there you can plug various weapons into. We've got this little sword thingy right here. It plugs into the back and it plugs in very securely. Don't worry about lining it up. All you have to do is just kind of find it and then give it a good push and you're good to go. So don't worry about that. There's also the hilt here. You can see the little matrix on there. That's pretty cool. Now this actually is supposed to peg into this little slot here. But it's supposed to go the other way, obviously. But with the matrix on there, it gets in the way and it's gonna keep it from rolling. So, but that's where it goes if the matrix wasn't on there. And speaking of rolling, he rolls pretty well, despite the wheels being at the weird angle that they are. And yeah, there's his head. Excuse me. Now the head does have to look like this. You can't turn it around because there's a clip on the back of the head that pegs into a tab. So he does have to look like this. Alright, so obviously let's get him transformed and talk about his robot mode. So the first thing we're going to do is bring these legs all the way back and they tab in like so. Then you want to bring the feet down and accordion these guys right here back and fill in the legs. And that's pretty cool. I like how they fill in the legs and they do a good job. Let's do that, and bring that. The box says 22 steps, but it really doesn't feel like 22 steps. It feels a lot less, but there you go. The upper torso is where most of the complicated transformation stuff is, but it's not too bad. So all you have to do is just untab the arms. You see the little slot there, tabs into that tab there, and there's a little, okay, before we do this, open this up. I should have said that first. Open that up on the front, and then you can mess with all this arms. So we're going to get the shoulder pad just to get out of the way, and I want to point out these little slots are for the side here. That little place there. You can see on the other one where it comes down like that. And it'll come down and sort of fit in like this. See how I'm doing that? Like that. So if you're having trouble plugging in the arms, that's why. There's a little cavity there for that little lip. Alright, so let's open up the other shoulder pad, untab that from the back, move these guys out of the way. This whole assembly needs to come back. We want to spin the torso around this way. We want to get our head flipped out, and I'm going to show you real quick. You see this little, oh, that's not even on camera, sorry. You see this little slot right there? That goes, can we get a good angle at it? Yeah, you see this tab right here by my finger, right there. That's that little slot that goes right there. So he does have to be facing you, but alright. So, of course, you've probably guessed, fold the tires in, obvious, like so. Let's flip out the hands, fold them up this way, and the hands are on ball joints, not swivels, so that's pretty nice. Alright, then we want to get the shoulders properly aligned here, because this whole assembly is going to come down and slot into the back. And what am I not aligning here? As you can see, there we go. That's going to slot in like this. There we go. I got it all lined up. Shoulders tab into the chest there. And then you fold those back spin the arms back this way, and there he is in robot mode. Kind of monochromatic, but I also think it works. I also think this monochromatic color scheme is kind of a reference to, you know how they did the Protoform Prime was like a stand-in Prima Prime? I'm pretty sure the monochrome look is a reference to that. So it works. So we have this, you plug this into here, and there is the Star Saber, not the character Star Saber, but the sword, the Star Saber. So articulation, we're on universals at the shoulders, and those pads do come out of your way so you can get motion up to there. We've got a bicep swivel where he gets a little bit over 90. Well, a bicep where he gets over 90, a bicep swivel. The hands are on ball joints, so you get decent range of motion. Wrist swivel. The fingers are on this hinge here, so he opens up. Pretty cool. The head is on a ball joint, which looks way, way up. Left, right. Not really confused Prima. He knows what's going on. He doesn't get confused a lot. I want to go ahead and point out that the chest does open, and you can put the matrix in the chest. It is a little hard to get out though. Alright, so we're moving on down to the hip swivel, which the hip skirts are not on the actual hips, but he does have a waist swivel. And I wanted to say kind of a reverse ab crunch because of the transformation. He does have a little bit of a reverse ab crunch, but that's more for transformation's sake. But I mean, hey, you know, every option's good, right? All right, so upper thigh swivel, as you can see. You have the knee, which is a little bit over 90. You've got that with the ankle a little bit down, and definitely a good rocker. So this guy can do a lot of good poses. I've been playing with him, and he's got some good posability. I do agree with another reviewer. He said he wishes there was a hinge right here to kind of fold that up, just because it kind of gets in the way of the legs sometimes. So we've got there, there, and there, if you're wondering about leg posability. But yeah, that it does get in the way a little bit back there, unfortunately. But for the most part, this guy is really good. Now, if you're worried about joints, joints are nice and solid. I said on my Vector Prime review that the joints worked, but they were a little bit looser than what I'd prefer. Not with this guy. This guy is pretty stable. He's got good joints. Everything feels good. I honestly expected him to pop apart a lot more, but he does not. That chest piece can get a little wonky, but for the most part, I don't think I have something plugged in right on this side, because that arm keeps coming off. But anyways, yeah, I've got something wonky up there. Anyway, but yeah, this guy is really good. This is a hardcore recommend for me. If you're on the fence about him, don't be. He's really good. There's a Toy Hacks set coming out where it kind of just makes the blue pop. But really, like the paint job's good on this. I was worried he'd be a little too one color, but I like the little blue that breaks it up. It looks good. I'm going to go ahead and get some size comparisons. Here he is with Vector Prime. And we're going to bring out Alpha Trion. So a little bit taller than Alpha Trion, not quite as tall as Vector Prime. So hopefully that gives you a good reference. These are cool. If they keep it up with this, then the new line is going to be really fun. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, sorry I've been a little sporadic with posting lately, but the kitten has got a lot of my time, and trying to get him used to the new cat, or trying to get the old cats used to the new guy is, it's a story. But anyways, thanks so much. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.